have reinvented ourselves quite a bit from the days of our mobile devices. Security, trust, and innovation is always what BlackBerry has been about. So while the products and services we sell today can't be held in the palm of your hand, those same underpinning values of security, trust, and innovation continue to guide everything that we deliver to the market. So now we're basically focused on two particularly segments of the market. One is our QNX division, which think about that as the real-time operating system of your car. Chances are your car is probably being powered by a BlackBerry operating system. We're in 275 million cars around the world, and we work with every major OEM, all over, from Europe to Japan to Korea, and obviously China has been one of our fastest growing markets in the US. So that's one division, fast growing segment, real-time operating system powering cars around the world. The second division is our secure communications. That's one of the reasons why we love being part of the WGS event here, because it's so broad within the government representation here. 75% of our business on the secure comms side of the business is with governments around the world. We power 18 out of the G20 countries in the world use some form of our secure communications technology. 8 out of the 10 largest banks in the world continue to use our technology in a lot of different ways. And then critical infrastructure providers are relying more on secure communications and some of the capabilities. So that's a little bit about what we're doing between QNX and secure communications.
I mean, so much going on there, especially when it comes to sort of smartphones and security. What sort of challenges are there in terms of today, exactly what's going on in terms of devices and security? What are the biggest challenges?
It's a great question. It's a great question. And I think one of the biggest challenges is consumer messaging applications. I'm not sure, you might use WhatsApp, or a lot of us do. The vulnerabilities associated with that, it's not as encrypted as you think. In fact, there's a whole dark web ecosystem that creates services mining your data, mining your information. So one of our products is we try to make, especially governments and large banks and people that have a lot to protect, make them really aware of the dangers in that. And one of the solutions that we provide is a top secret classified level encryption, end-to-end encryption for voice, data, and video. So it's probably one of our fastest growing segments with the whole geopolitical environment and everybody trying to listen in on some of the things that are going on. This solution is in particular talking to a lot of heads of state, talking to a lot of technology companies on how we can make that more available more broadly. So that's one of the bigger trends is really encrypted end-to-end technology that can really provide governments and people that have a lot to protect the kind of peace of mind that they need.
Well, within all of this, of course, you've got the rise of AI, and you've got, when it comes to security and cybersecurity, you've got AI fighting AI, and it's getting so much more advanced. What are you doing in that respect?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. With AI, having a good framework. I think our approach has been use it pragmatically. It's the type of thing that if you let it go too far, it can really kind of be disruptive. And the types of solutions that we provide, mission critical communications, or the operating system that there's 500 million lines of code that's in a car. So leveraging AI or in those types of applications is something that we're very, very careful about. So we use it in ways to help improve our productivity and accelerate our development cycles and improve our quality. But at the same time, we don't really get too cute with it, because the level of security that people are relying on us for is something that really, I think, makes it a little bit more palatable.
Well, you mentioned that you very much working with lots of different global car manufacturers, and autonomous vehicles, of course, as well as a main focus. So is it actually that easy to hack a car then?
It's not that easy to hack a car. I think that's kind of the next frontier. It's much easier to hack your phone or your computer or other types of things. Hacking the car is a next generation level type of thing. Now, that being said, we have to make sure that we put in guardrails and safety standards and very important, a lot of premise-based technology that we use. How much do you really use the cloud? Is one of the things that we think about in terms of how you implement the technology in the vehicle. So it's an area that we're very focused on. Probably our fastest growing part of the QNX is that next generation car. Those autonomous vehicles, self-driving cars, robo-taxis. That's kind of the new frontier, and we're proud to say that the entire ecosystem, whether it's Qualcomm, NVIDIA, NXP, all the silicon players are actually building their architecture on top of our QNX platform. So we are truly going to be powering the next generation vehicle.
Well, also, you're working as well, your work with mobile phones isn't necessarily completely over, because enterprise device management, tools for employees working on their own phones and things. Tell us a little bit more about that aspect of things as well.
I appreciate you asking that, because that's really goes back to the heritage of, when people use BlackBerry, when you use the BlackBerry, that feeling of security and trust and basically what we did when we got out of the handset, out of the hardware business, we took all of that software, that special experience that you remember when you were typing on your keys, we took that software out and we basically adapted it to work with Androids, to work with iOS. So now you get that BlackBerry experience, that secure experience, that trust, that feeling that you don't have to worry about where your email is. So our mobile device management technology now works on any device, from Android to iOS to PC to Mac to all the different things in between. So that continues to be a big part of our business. Granted, these tends to be customers that go for that are big banks, big government, people that have a lot to protect. They rely on a BlackBerry mobile device management system.
Really, really impressive to see what you're doing. Additionally, Europe is a key market for you, especially the UK and Germany. What sort of expansion plans have you got going on, and how are things going in those markets?
Yeah, we're excited about the opportunities in Europe. Germany is our largest market that we support today. We have a very strategic relationship with the German government where we provide a variety of solutions. So that's kind of the foundational element of it. But even in the UK, some of the biggest banks continue to use our technology. Ministry of Defense uses our technology in different locations. So the hubs really tend to be UK and Germany, but we absolutely are planning to grow out in places like Spain and in Italy, the Nordics. We're seeing tremendous opportunity. So we have operations throughout the region. And we're really looking forward to taking that business to the next level.
Rising tariffs, increased prices, disruptions in global trade. How is that impacting you at the moment?
Knock on wood, we've actually navigated that pretty well. Fortunately, a lot of what we do is software and services. And software and services don't tend to get hit as much on some of this whole tariff activity that's going on. So thus far, we've kind of navigated that in a pretty good way where it hasn't really had a profound impact on our business. And also, one of the things that helps us is we're quite diverse in terms of our business. When you look at the diversity of our geography of our business, we've got a critical mass of business in Europe, critical mass in North America, critical mass in Asia. So as one market could be up, one market could be down. At the end of the day, we tend to really kind of navigate that pretty seamlessly.
Final question. We're here at the World Government Summit here in Dubai. What are you seeing? What are you witnessing? Anything that's been of interest to you?
Well, AI has been the buzz. I'm sure you're hearing it as well, and how people are using it. I think people are picking each other's brains on how far do you take it and where do you go? What's the impact going to be to your workforce, et cetera. So certainly that's one big theme, and the other is data sovereignty. A couple of years ago when we came here, everybody was talking about the cloud, hyperscalers, putting everything in the cloud. cloud and going global. And some of the things that have happened over the last couple of years with the geopolitical environment, with the deep fakes and a lot of the AI and the adversaries and how sophisticated they're getting, we're seeing a lot of companies and most importantly governments pull back and say, you know what, maybe we need to keep this within our borders, premise-based solutions or local clouds, local infrastructure, and maybe not quite be as global as they were in the past in terms of their cloud ambitions. So those are some of the themes that I've been seeing over the course of the last couple of days.
Well, we hope you have a great time, continue the conversations, and wonderful to have you here in our studio. Thank you.
Thanks so much for having me on the program.